So I've been in the space my entire professional career. Since the earth was cooling. And so it's about the quality of the partner that you pick.
You need to know who you're getting in the business.
They're going to be a true partner where you can communicate, collaborate, cooperate.
Where do you think that DSOs go wrong, or what mistakes do they make that make them less attractive to somebody wanting to invest?
Hi, I'm here with Dr. Alice Giannini from Aligned Dental Partners. Dr. Giannini, I would love to hear a little bit about your story. How did you go about getting into the DSO space initially?
Well, it's a very interesting story. I married a classmate. I partnered up with a classmate, and we bought one practice that didn't have enough work for one of us, let alone three of us. So it didn't take long for us to, come to a point where we didn't have any money, and we needed to figure out how to grow the business.
Sure.
So nobody wanted to do the business. Yeah. So we flipped the coin, and I lost the coin toss. Right after that, I needed to get the phone busy and try to get going.
Sure.
And ironically, my advertising started to work.
Yep.
And my business partner, he comes out and is all happy because he says, "Hey, I just got a patient to do an upper and lower roundhouse, and she's, it's going to solve my money problem." But wow, great. I was the front desk person.
Yep.
Right. And so she comes in, he takes care of her, preps her, everything. She comes out to the front, and I tell her, I don't know, this was 1989, and I tell her it's going to be like $16,000 for up and lower, or just up and lower roundhouse. And she goes, "What?" What do you mean, what?
Right.
She goes, $16,000?
Yeah.
I go, "Well, didn't he tell you what it was going to cost?" He goes, "No." So I run to the back, and I go, "Tom, you didn't tell this patient how much it was going to be?"
Yeah.
He goes, "No." I go, "Why?" "It's not my job." He says, "That's your job." I'm like, okay. And I'm like, "But I don't understand. Why can't you tell the patient how much money?" And he says, "I'm scared to ask for money."
Yeah.
So I ended up having to see all the new patients, treat them, plan them, and then come up with a way to get him to do the dentistry, all the vocal skills that was needed.
Yeah.
And so after six months, I'm like, "I can't do this for you the rest of your life.
Right.
You're going to have to learn how to do this." So really, he became my first client.
Yeah.
In terms of coaching and training.
Sure.
And with that, I decided that, I took every practice management class that you can think of. And I ran into an organization that was called the Vantage Institute.
Okay.
And believe it or not, it was a group that taught dentists how group practice.
Yeah.
Sure. It had some amazing technology, management technology, which was based on total quality management. Is an old management style.
Yeah.
And I learned tons.
Sure.
And part of that Vantage Institute, they created a mentor group, and we met in Sarasota, of all places. And there I met the likes of Pat Bauer, who's the CEO of Heartland today.
Yeah.
I met Rick Workman.
Yeah.
So I met those guys early on.
Right.
In my career, and we were sitting there designing what the future of, design our own models.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so experimented.
Mm-hmm.
When I graduated from dental school, less than 1% of dentists were in a group practice.
Yeah.
So, and today we know that it's north of 35%, right?
Sure.
So,
Yep.
so I've been in the space my entire professional career.
Since its inception, really.
Since the earth was cooling.
So that sounds also like where you've got your passion for coaching as well. And you guys that offer management services to hundreds of practices across the country. What are the things that kind of right off the bat you dive into because there's opportunities to be better?
Entrepreneurial dentists have this spirit of like, okay, I want to grow. I'm doing so well. They go open up another location. Then they open up a third location. And then normally by the time they get to the fourth, fifth, sixth, that's when problems really creep.
Sure.
What the underlying issues that they never understood how to set up,
Yeah.
the group from the beginning start to creep in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and they get, they set up their original company. They went to one lawyer. Maybe they CPA, they changed CPAs. The CPA gave them a different set of advice. And when they set up the second or the third one, they got somebody else. So normally it becomes a mishmash of entities.
Right.
And so we help them. We guide them to build the proper legal structure.
Sure.
For that. Yeah. Okay. And set that stage, because that really starts to drive.
Right.
It's so overlooked. You lose leverage if you don't have the proper legal structure.
Sure.
And then we help them with the HR, the accounting, the banking,
All the things they're not trained to do.
all the things they're not trained to do. Correct.
Sure.
So our company caters to entrepreneurial dentists who are trying to figure out how to go to the next level.
Okay.
And we're broken up into three pieces. Strategic.
Yep.
Where we end up, because we're not cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Dentists are not, they're all different.
Sure.
And one of the things I learned when I was going through the Vantage Institute is that there's 21 different types of groups. Believe it or not.
Okay. I was not aware of that.
Yeah. And it's either legally or financially arranged in a way that, so dentists,
All different structures, all different.
dentists are very entrepreneurial. So we help them, we strategize on how to assess, diagnose, basically do an exam and diagnosis in the treatment plan.
Yeah.
Okay. For their practices or their group. So that's strategic.
Yep.
Then we have an operational section where we'll end up building a work plan for them. And we'll guide them on the work plan on, all right, this is how, and we try to hold them accountable. Sure. Because part of consulting is a lot of people don't listen to you.
Yeah. As you know, it's got to be challenging, right? Yeah. Getting the adoption.
Yeah.
How do you build something like that?
Yeah. So then we help them operationally.
Yes.
And then we also have a clinical piece to it as well to help them set the standards and improve. At the end of the day, you got a patient in the chair. It starts right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what's transpired over the last 10 years is that we've had consulting clients that like, hey, I really like this. It's working, but I still don't have the time. What else can you do? And so we created a management division where we kind of actually now are running that same work plan, but we're actually doing it for them.
On their behalf. You got it. What would your advice be to an entrepreneurial dentist who wants to scale up, maybe get to a dozen or so practices and has a viewpoint that they wanted to pursue outside investment from private equity or from other source? What would you advise them at that point?
Yeah. So, there's a time and place.
Sure.
All of that.
Yeah.
Right. You got to know there's a spectrum of capital.
Yeah.
Right. The spectrum of capital, meaning you got your own capital, right? Then you go to friends and family.
Sure.
Then you go to a bank, right? And then you go all the way to this other spectrum right here, which is venture capital, private equity.
Right.
And then you have what's called mezzanine capital, right? Which is mezzanine, meaning it's in the middle.
Yeah.
So it can look like debt or it can look like equity.
Okay. Yeah.
So you got to know how to time. You got to know the time when to use the cap.
Right. Sure.
Right.
Yep.
You don't want you want to progress through that stage if you can.
Yeah.
Right. And eventually this business everybody runs out. Most entrepreneurial dentists will run out of capital. So they need to go down that path eventually, the bigger they get.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a capital intensive business from there.
Right. Sure.
Not the issue, but it's just like everything else. It's about the quality of the partner that you pick.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's a bank, or if it's a private equity or venture capital, right?
You need to know who you're getting in the business.
Well, yeah, I've done that a few times, and I've had some magnificent failures from that relationship perspective.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a dentist, I'm still a dentist at heart,
Right.
and we just didn't align values, and that's why we call it aligned dental partners, because we need to have alignment.
Sure.
in all phases of it. You need to have alignment with your team. You're gonna with your patients, with your vendors, your partners. So it's about how do they see you? How does the capital source view you?
Right.
Are you just dollar signs?
Yes.
Are they genuinely there to help you grow your business?
Yes.
And the byproduct becomes money?
Yeah.
Or is it that, so what's the real motivation and what's the modus operandi right after that?
Sure.
How do they do that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are they going to be in your shorts every day?
Right.
It's important to understand that.
Yeah. Right.
And second guess every decision that you make. Or are they going to be a true partner where you can communicate, collaborate, cooperate, to a path of success?
So a lot of DSOs over the past couple of years have been very challenged at attracting investment. Where do you think that DSOs go wrong, or what mistakes do they make that make them less attractive to somebody wanting to invest in business?
That's a good question, right? So you got to be open-minded.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's a tendency to be very dogmatic versus being pragmatic.
Sure.
I think we heard things today at the DICOMA conference about you got to want to change. And so in order for growth to occur, you look at a cell, right? In order for that cell to grow, right, there's got to be breakdown and regrowing, and it's occurring.
Right.
That change, that growth occurs through change.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this now for 36 years. I'm still learning every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm amazed at what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at the class of 2008 to 2012.
Sure.
The dentists that came out in that little segment.
Yep.
There's a lot of entrepreneurial dentists that came out of that stack.
Yeah.
With a different mindset.
Yep.
Okay. Took me 15 years to build my first DSO.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, of course, I was one of the early guys, and it's just trial and tribulation, right?
Yeah. Learn as you go.
Yeah. And so, but things have changed.
Yeah.
Now I end up helping groups and DSOs ramp up in 6 months.
Sure.
Right. But, it all depends on the mindset.
Yeah.
And so I would say to you, there's a tendency to build around exceptions. There's a tendency to build around what I call sacred cows.
Yeah.
Sacred cow meaning, hey, this is my favorite employee. It's my favorite
manager or whatever.
It's my favorite vendor. Even though this vendor is probably making a lot of money off of you, that they're my friend or something like that. And they're not really open to, it shuts down your learning.
Yeah.
And your ability to see something else.
Sure.
So I would say that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah. So you've been in dental for a minute now. We've established what still keeps the passion alive for you. Like, why do you still love it?
I love creating powerful partnerships.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my passion.
All about people.
It's about the people.
Yeah.
I enjoy today. I just love watching those light bulbs go off. All right. I enjoy adding value and creating value through them. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's all about learning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I wish the stuff that I know today,
Yeah.
I wish it was around way back then.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But everybody's figured out how to go do this.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Sure.
Right. So, when I was doing this, dentists didn't know what the word EBITDA meant.
Right.
Right. Today, everybody knows what EBITDA is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, going through and creating a capital event was new, even to the people even to sponsors, they didn't know. Right. The only thing that was really out there was all the dental management companies that went public, right, and that failed.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was all financial engineering.
Yep.
That nobody. I got booed off the stage in one conference because I was speaking against it.
Yeah.
I said, I just didn't see it.
Yeah, see where the value is.
But Heartland did a great job
Yeah.
of clearing that path. And so did, some of the other bigger DSOs today, of changing the mindset. Like, you got to add value.
Yeah.
You got to create a partnership. And we've got to be supportive of the doctors that we cater to.
Right. You've definitely done that in this space. And it was a real pleasure having you on the show.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Dental Economist Show is brought to you by Planet DDS. To find out more about how cloud-based dental software by Planet DDS helps unleash dentists and their staff to focus on patient care, visit www.planetdds.com. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes by following wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening.